Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, how are you?
Fine, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine too.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, let's start our lesson. Now, here we talked about the limits of infinity, and we talked about how can we find the limit if x approaches to n, and if it is approaches to a polynomials, also not only a binomial or monomial. And now, today we are talking about how can we solve the limits of rational function and x as x approaches to positive or negative infinity. Now, yesterday we said that we have a long way and short way to help me to find the limits of rational functions. And we said that for this limit, as an example, limit 3x plus 5 over 6x minus 8 when x approaches to infinity. We said, what is the highest power here? It is x. So I will divide now each term by x. So it will be limit 3 plus 5 over x over 6 minus 8 over x when x approaches to infinity. Then after that, I evaluate the infinity. We know that limit the constant, it will be 3 plus 5 over infinity. We say it is 0 over 6 minus 8 over 0, or 8 minus infinity, which is 0. And the answer will be 3 over 6. This is now a long way. Now, I will give you now a shortest way. This shortest way here, I have limit 3x plus 5 over 6x minus 8 when x approaches to infinity. What I have to do, I just say, what is the highest power in the numerator here? Who can tell me what is the highest power?
X to the power 1.
3x. And in the denominator, it's also 6x.
6x.
Then after that, I want now to simplify it. Can I simplify it? Yes. So the answer will be 3 over 6 or 1 over 2. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's have another example now. For this example, yes?
Malak is waiting in the lab.
So here now, the first way I can use, I can ask myself here, what is the highest power, which is x cubed? So I can divide I will try solve this one now with the longest way first. 4, now the highest it is 4x squared minus x over 2x cubed minus 5 when x approaches to negative infinity. And after that, I said that the highest power in all of them is x cubed. So I divide all the terms or each term with x cubed. After that, limit. Let's simplify. 4x squared over x cubed, it is 4 over x minus 1 over x cubic over 2 minus 5 over x cubic. Is it clear? I just simplify. So here I just simplify the answers. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Teacher,
yes.
it should be 1 over x squared, right? Not x cubed.
Yes, thank you. Here it's squared. Then I will now evaluate x or negative infinity instead of x. So it will be 4 over negative infinity minus 1 over negative infinity squared over 2 minus 5 over infinity cubic. Now, here now, sorry. Then after that, 4 over infinity is 0, minus 1 over infinity is also 0, over 2 minus 0. So the answer will be
0 over 2.
0, which is 0. So this is the way. Now the another way, which is the shortest one, I will do it like this. Look at A now. Limit. What is the highest power here? It is 4x squared. And the highest power in the numerator, it is 2x cubic. When x approaches to negative infinity. Then after that, I will simplify to be as x down and 2. So the simplified limit will be limit 2 over x when x approaches to negative infinity. Is this clear now?
Miss, can you repeat this, please?
Okay. Here I have limit 4 x squared minus x over 2x cubic minus 5 when x approaches to negative infinity. Now, I will ask myself, what is the highest power on the numerator? It is 4x squared. And what is the highest power in the denominator? It is also 2x cubed. Is it right? Is it right?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
Then, after that, the 4x squared, it's like 4 times x times x. And down, I have 2 times x times x times x. Then, let's simplify them. So I have 2 over x. So the
Teacher,
answer
why
now.
are in the same answer?
Sorry?
Why are they the same answer? Yani, the longest way and the shortest way.
Why we get the same answer?
No, why we didn't? It's 2 over
Wait,
x.
wait. It's
I will
2
substitute
x.
list. Okay.
when x approaches to infinity. Then after that, let's substitute 2 over infinity, which is 0. Is it clear now?
بس فينا نستخدم هاي بس صح؟
Yes, yes. I want you now to show you how to solve in both ways, but I want in the example only the second way.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yes, but can you solve on the same way when the two powers are the same, are equal,
Yes,
up and down?
yes, yes. I will show you now later on how.
Okay.
Okay, but I want here. I think there's someone try to enter. صح؟ لا أنا ولا أنا وشاهد طلع. Okay. Now let's solve B. Here now we have limit 5x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1 over 1 minus 3x when x approaches to infinity. Now what is the highest power in the numerator?
5x to the power 3.
It is 5x cubic. Yes. And in the denominator, it is negative 3x.
Negative 3x.
Then, let's simplify it. Here I have limit 5 times x times x times x over negative 3x. So I have now limit negative 5 over 3 or negative 5x squared over 3 when x approaches to infinity. Now then, as we said, after that now, here what did we have? Did we have a rational expression, a rational function like the previous one? Like 2 over x? Or we have a polynomial, sorry, we have, what we name it? Ya Allah. A monomial function. Yes.
Polynomial.
Thank you. So here what we have to do, as we said here yesterday, like here. Look, it's like this one, like negative 7x to the power 6. But here now we have negative 5. So we deal now with the negative sign only. So we put the negative sign times infinity squared, it will be positive infinity, and the answer will be negative infinity. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now, by now, you have to notice that if the is the numerator and n is the denominator, if the power of the numerator is greater than the power of the denominator, okay, like limit x cubic over x squared, we have only, after simplify, we have only x. And the answer, so if I have now the limit is for the denominator, sorry, the numerator. Numerator. And n is for the denominator now. Then, by now, if I have now is greater than n, the answer must be positive or negative infinity, according to the question. But if is less than n, like limit x squared over x cubic, after you simplify it, you will have limit 1 over x. That means 0. So every time, if you have m, the power of the numerator, is less than n, the power of the denominator, the answer will be 0. But if m is greater than n, the answer it could be positive or negative infinity. But if m now is equal to n, like limit 3x squared over 4x squared, and you simplify them, you have only the number. So you will have here now a number. And this number is the coefficients of the numerator over the coefficients of the denominator. Is it clear now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so
Yes,
this is
teacher.
like a rule that if the power of the numerator is greater than the power of the denominator, the answer must be positive or negative infinity. If the m is less than n, the answer is 0. And if m is equal to n, the answer will be a number. And this number is according to the coefficients of the numerator and the denominator. Let's have an example now. Let's do these examples. Limit 3x plus 1 over 2x minus 5 when x approaches to infinity. Now, what is the greatest power in the numerator here? It's 3x. And in the denominator, it is 2x. As you see here, is m equal n?
Yes.
Yes. So the answer will be 3 over 2. Is this clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now number 14. In number 14 here, we have limit 5x squared minus 4x over 2x squared plus 3 when x approaches to infinity now. What is the highest power in the numerator?
5x to the power 2.
It is 5x squared. Down, it is 2x squared. Then, as we see, m here is equal to n. So the answer, it could be, or it must be a number. What is the
5 over
number
2.
will be? 5 over 2. Now, look at number 15. In number 15 here, we have limit 3 over y plus 4. So, here now, what is the greater? What is the greater power of the numerator? What is the greater power of the numerator? It's a 3. And the denominator, it is y.
Yes.
Then, as I told you, if the power is of m is less than the power of n, what will be the answer?
0.
0. Thank you. So here now it will be limit 3 over infinity or negative infinity, which is 0. So the rule is if m is equal to n, the answer is a number. If m is less than n, the answer is 0. And if m is greater than n, the answer will be positive or negative infinity. Let's do now number 16.
in number 16 here, limit 1 over x minus 12 when x approaches to positive infinity now. Here now. Yeah, where's Sama? Sima, sorry.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Sima, I want you to help me here now. What is the greater power or the greatest power in the numerator?
1.
It is 1, thank you. And on the denominator?
X.
It is x. Then what you have to say?
The denominator is greater than the numerator, so it's 0.
It is 0. Thank you, Sima. Okay, now let's now solve these questions here. Okay, number 17. We have limit x minus 2 over x squared plus 2x plus 1 when x approaches to negative infinity now. Here, Mariam Hamdi, are you here?
مس مريم ما بتحضر هذا الأسبوع.
اوكي صح. طيب يلا لانا اوكي يو.
اوكي مس.
Here now, what is the greatest power on the numerator?
X to the power 1.
And on the denominator?
X to the power 2.
X to the power 2. Then after that,
it will be x.
Limit 1 over x, which is equal to 1 over infinity, which is
infinity 0.
0. Thank you. Number 18. Shahid Abdullah, grade 12.
Yes, teacher.
Here, Shahid, I have limit 5x squared plus 7 over 3x squared minus x when x approaches to infinity. Here
Yes.
now, what is the greatest power in the numerator?
7.
The greatest power.
5.
5x squared.
5x squared, yes.
Okay, and in the denominator?
3x squared.
3x squared, thank you.
So it's 5 over 3.
Thank you. After you simplify it, it will be 5 over 3. Now, Rana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Rana. Limit 7 minus x raised to the power 5 over x plus 3 now. When x approaches to infinity.
The greatest power is 6x to the power 5.
Negative 6x to the power 5 over x. Thank you. Then it will be what? After you simplify it?
6. Negative 6.
Negative 6x to the power 4.
Yeah.
Okay. When x approaches to infinity. Then what you have to do now? You have to here to focus about the sign of the numbers. Is it right? Yes, Rana, is it right?
No.
Why?
Here now, what is the sign of the negative x? A negative 6, it is negative. And here I have infinity raised positive infinity. So even I have even or odd x, the answer is positive infinity. And the answer will be negative infinity. Because here the sign of 6 is negative. And then I will evaluate x instead of x to the power 4. And you will get positive infinity. So the answer will be negative infinity. So as you see from here now, in the first one, I have m. Here now, we have m is less than n. So as you see now in number 17, if the power of the numerator is less than the power of the denominator, the answer will be 0. And if m is equal to n, the answer, it could be a number. This number is the coefficients of a over the ax over the coefficients b of bx, or bx squared as an example. And in number 19 here, we have m, but now it's greater than n. After I simplify it, I will have now x raised to n. So I will say that the answer, it could be positive infinity or negative infinity according to the question. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, now let's end with number 20. In number 20 here, who want to help me to solve it?
Miss
Can I help you, teacher?
Yes. Limit 5 minus 2t cubic over t squared plus 1 when t is approaches to negative infinity now. Yes. What is the greatest power here?
2t cubic.
Negative. Don't forget.
Okay.
Negative 2t cubic. Okay, then
Over
down.
t square.
Thank you. Now, after you simplify it, what you will get?
Negative 2t.
Negative 2t. Thank you. So then after that now, I have limit negative 2t when x approaches now to negative infinity. Then what you have to do, Hannah?
Multiply the sign of the infinity by the sign of the number.
Thank you so much. Here we have negative, and t here is negative infinity. So the answer will be
positive infinity.
positive infinity. Thank you so much, Hannah. By now, we finish our lesson, the limits of infinity. Inshallah, on Sunday, we will talk about the continuity, of the limit. And after we finish this lesson, on Thursday, you will have your first quiz. It will be in lesson 1 and 2. And after that, after we finish the chapter of limit, we will start, inshallah, with the derivation chapter 2. Do you have any question?
بس هذا lesson 3 صح؟
Yes.
ما حيكون دخل معنا صح؟
No.
Okay. Thank you, Miss. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Miss.
Do you have any question?